Here we have a problem that's dealing with a triangle, and this is a lovely problem. Generally, anytime that we deal with geometry type problems, we can draw a picture, which is really nice because then you can get a much better idea of what it is that you're looking at and talking about. So our problem here says the sum of the measures of the angles of any triangle is 180 degrees. In triangle ABC, angles A and B have the same measure, while the measure of angle C is 84 degrees larger than each of A and B. What are the measures of the three angles? Alright, so again, we're not changing our setup here at all. You have to figure out what you're asked first. So we're being asked, what are the measures of the three angles? That's our question. So when we're done, we want to have an answer of, like, the first angle is, the second angle is, and the third angle is. The nice thing about a triangle is you can actually draw out a triangle. And we're using this triangle, they're calling it ABC, so I'm just going to label A, B, and C as my angles of my triangle. Now let's let the question, which is what are the measures of the three angles, so we're looking for A, B, and C here. Let's let that guide us into how to set up our variables. If you'll go back up and read it again, it says in the triangle ABC, angles A and angle B, well, that would be this angle and this angle, have the same measure. So we know they're the same. While the measure of angle, that should be angle, can't type, C is 84 degrees larger than each of A and B. So we really need to know what A or B is first. And then we could say, well, the other one would be 84 larger than. So I'm going to label A and B as X's. Now I labeled them both as X's because it said that they were identical. They were the same. The measure of angle C, it says, is 84 larger than. So that would be 84 more than or plus X. Now we've identified each one of our variables. And we can start trying to write our equation. Now remember, up here it gave you a clue. It said the sum of the measures of the angles of any triangle is 180 degrees. That is true for every single triangle. You can add up each one of these angles of any triangle and it should total 180. So that tells us that angle A, which is X, plus angle B, which is X, plus angle C, which is 84 plus X, those should all total 180. Here's our equation, and now we can start solving. So I can put together like terms. So we have 3 x's here, plus 84 equals 180. And then we can, again, there's nothing more to combine on each side of the equal sign, but now we can start moving things. So we want to remove this 84 and put it with the numbers on the other side. So we're going to do the opposite, which would be to subtract 84 from both sides. So now on the left we have 3x equals 180 minus 84 would be 96. Now we're still not done yet because we want x alone. So the opposite of multiplying by 3 would be to divide by 3. So on the left we have x equals, and 96 divided by 3 would be 32. So now what does that tell us? Well, remember what x was. X was angle A and also angle B. So literally that says that the measure of angle A is 32 degrees, which means the measure of angle B is also 32 degrees. Well, we listed out C as being 84 plus whatever x was. So 84 plus 32 would be 116 degrees. So those are our 3 angles. Now we can quickly double check that, because if we add each one of those together, we should end up with 180, because all of our interior angles of a triangle are 180 degrees. And in fact, if you add those together, that is true.